take us back 2 years. Rockstar just announced GTA 5 coming to the new consoles. I mean, sure, the trailer they used literally had PS3 footage, but they ended the trailer with the words expanded and enhanced. Man, I mean, what were we all thinking back then? What could they possibly do to make GTA 5 and GTA Online truly expanded and enhanced? I don't know. I mean, maybe expanding the map, bringing in new islands. That would be sick. I don't know, a Red Dead Redemption 2-esque graphics enhancement. That would have been amazing. I mean, imagine GTA Online and GTA 5 looking like Red Dead Redemption 2. We all thought back then, Rockstar are the kings. Surely they'll do something epic. We got new smoke. But it's only actually 2D. It moves with you. But I mean, look, that's cool. Oh, we got new cars? 5 new cars, yeah. Well, one of them is actually the same car that was in the contract DLC, the Ignis. This time it's just got a gun on the roof, and you still have to pay $3.2 million for it. But I mean, that's cool. And another car is an SUV, and like, who cares about that? So, all right, well, 3 new cars. I mean, that's awesome. Oh, yeah, we got a new menu. Yeah, I mean, you guys have seen it. You load up. Yeah, new menu. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, nice. I think that might be it. Oh, wait, no. Rockstar actually did it. They listened to the community. They made it so where you can change your own car into a cop car now. Yeah, check it out. Dude, what the hell are we doing? We paid for this? Oh, Xbox people, we got it for free. Okay. How much they pay? $10? They paid $10 for this? I mean, shit, I paid $500. I bought a PS5 for this. This is all they got? Why was this game delayed? It was delayed by like 6 months. What could they have done in that time? It was announced 2 years ago. You're telling me this is all they've done in 2 years? Didn't we see at the end of one of them trailers, it said like, and much more? What's that? What was much more? You're telling me the same people who made Red Dead Redemption 2, they made this. Huh. Anyways, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Rockstar Logic. My name is Saintsfan, and look, it's all a joke, man. Don't take it so serious. There are some problems though, and that's what we're here for, man. We're here to just rant about the game. Who would have thought though this would be where we are? All I'm saying is the last like 6 months to a year, it ain't looking too pretty for Rockstar. With the GTA trilogy and all the issues that game had, this game now having a bunch of issues and people not having it meet their expectations. It's just not been a good time for Rockstar. Before we actually get any further into the video, if you guys do enjoy this series, I'd appreciate if you could drop the video a like. Also subscribe if you are new around here. And if you actually have your own Rockstar Logic you want to submit for a future episode, you can tweet it with the hashtag Rockstar Logic. But we're going to start at the beginning because naturally it all starts with a Rockstar Logic. I mean, look, Rockstar, they didn't even really give us any details about how this whole character transfer migration thing was going to happen. And shockingly, there were major issues. Literally day one, people couldn't even transfer their accounts. This is what Rockstar, they tweeted. They didn't take this into account. Billion-dollar company, by the way. They didn't realize that some people's PlayStation accounts were migrated to PC years ago. Now, look, they have fixed it, which is great. Things seem to be going smoothly now. But like, come on. Literally not even in the game and already experiencing a Rockstar Logic. And then they also didn't tell you your character is deleted forever if you transfer. You ever want to go back to the PS4 or Xbox One where you came from? No! Gone! Your character's dead. If you have friends on those old consoles, can't go back and play with them. Nope. Also, quick side note, on this same topic, when I was transferring my character, actually I was just making a new character. Why couldn't they update the character creation screen? That is so bad. That could have been something they changed in this edition, but no. All we got was some smoke. Now the game itself, look, I will say it's actually a pretty good addition. I think the problem though a lot of us have is that this is like what, the 8th edition they've put out of the same game and they're still charging money for it. Like, don't most other game companies, don't they just release these PS5 and Xbox Series X upgrades for free? You know how awesome that would have been? I mean, Rockstar and Take-Two have made billions of dollars. What a good PR move that would have been. I mean, it's fine, I guess, now for these first 3 months because the game is free for PlayStation people and it's only $10 for Xbox, but in June or July, it's gonna be $20. Is this a $20 game? I don't think so. And I think that's the issue with people, you know, that's what their issue is. It also sucks they didn't do bigger upgrades. Like, why isn't there a cross-platform play? I feel like most games have that, yet we don't have it in GTA, and it's not like GTA is a competitive game, so I don't think there'd be any issues. Why couldn't they bring animals online? I mean, surely the PS5 and Xbox Series X can handle that. The hardware's there now. That could have been a minor thing they added to online. Working mirrors. They made a big deal about all this ray tracing this, ray tracing that. Go into a car, go first person, the mirrors are still garbage. This would have been the perfect time to update that iFruit app that's been broken for the last 3 years. I mean, you can go on and on about the things that they could have done, but they didn't. The intro to this video was mostly a joke, but there's some truth to it. There's not a whole lot of new things. I will, though, however, say the upgraded performance is probably the best thing. I mean, that's a game changer. Going from like sub 30 FPS on the older consoles to now 60 all the time, pretty much. I mean, that's huge. That is probably the best thing. And I kind of think it's worth it just for that alone. But the complaints that people do have about the things I've mentioned, or the lack of things I've mentioned, that's valid. Of course, the other big thing, though, that was added was the new modes. We have the fidelity mode, which is, I think, native 4K at sometimes 30 FPS, although I will say it almost never feels like it. It always feels like it's like 20, 15 FPS. It feels terrible. There's the performance ray trace mode, which is like a middle ground, and then there's the performance mode. So you do have different modes depending on what you want. But here's a picture from fidelity mode. Does that look much different than what you've already seen? Here's the same picture with the performance ray trace mode. You could not convince me that either of those pictures were on the PS5 in the new upgraded version of the game. Now, in this picture here, you'll definitely notice the new upgraded reflections on the fidelity mode, but see, here's the issue. It's not actually, like, if you think this is ray tracing, this isn't actually ray tracing. And it is very apparent when you look at the shadow, the reflection. What happened to the tree in the reflection? What happened to the lamp in the reflection? Rockstar, they seemingly forgot. And then the best part is that while this looks great, like even with the lack of tree, like the reflection is not 100% sure, it still looks really good because look, here's actually a comparison with the performance ray trace actually. So that fidelity mode, if you're looking for like the, you know, top end graphics, I mean, it's not bad considering the alternative. But here's the kicker. It never rains at night. So you're never gonna ever see this unless you're in single player. But then you actually have to spend money to get the single player. So while this is a great scene, and this does kind of show off some of those newer features, it's never gonna happen because you will never see rain at nighttime. And if you were wondering how different the PS4 versus like the PS5 is, here's a comparison picture. I'll leave a link to the source of this in the description. I think this does a good job of just showing what standard gameplay differences are. There's not a whole lot of them. Obviously, the PS5 does look objectively better, but the issue was that we were all wanting a lot more. Now, when you do actually make it into the game, like I said, I actually enjoyed it. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's just GTA Online, but slightly better. I mean, it still makes it better though. And you know, it's still pretty fun if you're doing certain things. But this edition, well, it still has the same problems. Literally, the first time I loaded in, the game put me into a public lobby, naturally. And because, you know, there's a ton of people playing this game right now, well, that lobby was full. And well, because everything in the game requires you to be in a public lobby, I decided, you know what? All right, cool. I'm in a public lobby. The first time in the PS5, let me go ahead, become a CEO or an MC, and, you know, let me start doing some business stuff. Let me start making some money. The max CEO/MC limit has been reached for this lobby. Literally the first try. That's what I see. Like, it makes no sense. You literally cannot do missions. Out of the 30-player lobby, isn't it only like 10 or so that can become a CEO or an MC? And because you're forced to do this stuff in a public lobby, it's a never-ending cycle. There's so many people on. The new lobbies you get into are all full. They're all full of CEOs and MCs already. It's a continual cycle. No one likes that. Why is that even a thing still? One of the cooler things they actually mentioned on their newswire was they're going to be doing some PvP nerfs to like certain vehicles and stuff. They didn't specify which ones, but hey, that's cool. They also said that they decided to actually fix some of the payouts for some of the businesses, the biker businesses in particular, and the nightclub payouts. Those have been buffed, I think only by like 25%. But hey, you know, that maybe makes them a little bit better. I mean, still not even close to like being good to make money with, but hey, it's better. The issue I have though, why stop there? There's so many things in the game that are just, it doesn't make sense with money. You do a race, you win, you get like 2K. That is not even close to being acceptable. You do a contact mission, that's pretty difficult. Again, like 3K. Why couldn't they change some of that stuff? Why couldn't they do a remake of the old heists to make them better paying? To put them more in line with the Cayo Perico. Why did they just change the biker and the nightclub? Also, do you guys remember the whole big ordeal we were all making about how maybe if you did some glitches on your account, they might ban you or they might not let you transfer, you know, because they put out that kind of cryptic newswire post or Rockstar support post that was like, we will take action against your account. We will not let you transfer if you have any illegitimate gains. Dude, the first day, I've seen people level 8,000. Clearly, they didn't check or like have some sort of system that went through people's accounts. Because there's no one that's level 8,000 that's legitimate. Yet there's still plenty of them on the PS5. And then I saved the best for last because actually, I want to go back to one of the trailers. I think it was the second one they put out. In the trailer, this is what it said. One of the cards advertised seamless character switching. Really? That's a new feature. Dude, this guy did a comparison. PS4 character switch versus the PS5. Corporate wants you to find the difference between these two pictures. Spoiler, they're the same picture. Look, at the end of the day, I do like this edition. And I think people who actually play GTA Online, I mean, it sucks that it does cost money and that it sucks that in 3 months it's going to cost $20. But objectively, it is a better GTA Online. It's not the best, it's not what we all wanted, but it is better. It does have some really cool features that are nice. I guess the problem is, especially considering Rockstar have done this before where they've gone from one generation to another, and this would have been almost the golden opportunity to finally update single player for those single player fans, which Rockstar has tons of. They could have added a bunch of the new DLC cars, online cars into it. They could have added all the new clothing, weapons, hairstyles, all that stuff. I mean, when the game first had this console jump, when they went from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One and the PS3 to the PS4, they included new vehicles in single player. They included, some new side missions. And they literally had the whole new first person mode added to the game. But with this, they did nothing. I mean, has anyone ever really played GTA Online or GTA 5 and, you know, said to yourself, you know what this game needs? Better smoke. I think a lot of people just wish that this would have been a free upgrade like most other games do, because at the end of the day, the only thing really expanding and enhancing is Rockstar's wallet. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.